Wel- Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Breaking Kayfabe, episode 13. I am your host, and I shall be interviewing Die Hard Hunter Ellis. Don't even know why I almost said Ellis Taylor. Hunter Ellis. I'm excited for this. Let's get this going, everybody. I sent you an invite to come on, sir. And if that doesn't work, you could send me one to try to join in. Excited for this.
What's up?
Hello, hello.
Sorry, my hair's a mess.
What's up?
I said sorry, my hair's a mess.
Hey man, there's no judgment here. Your hair could be wacky as hell, and there's no judgment here. We're just happy to have you here. This is Die Hard, Hunter Ellis.
Thank you, thank you.
I've been told you're quite a bit of a daredevil.
Am I stupid? Yeah, I do dumb shit. Just to pop people. Oh. Now, I
What
watched a
drew
little bit.
you?
I watched a little
What drew
bit
you to
of you
that
and
name?
Frankie.
Huh? What? Sorry.
Sorry, I said I watched a little bit of your interview with Frankie last night.
Thank you. Honored,
Yeah.
sir. Honored. I hope you enjoyed it. He told me a story about, well, he did not tell me yet, but he was going to tell me about the story where apparently you felt the attack of Hump style.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, I did. Oh.
I'm guessing it was a classy moment.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. But yeah, man, I'm excited for that. I love doing Q&As and podcasts.
Well, I have questions lined up specifically to fit you.
Oh, sweet.
What drew you to the name Die Hard Hunter Ellis?
Well, I always wanted to use my name in professional wrestling. I didn't want to be known as someone else. Have you ever played the Last of Us?
I have actually never played The Last of Us, so I have never actually played that, no.
Okay, so the main character in The Last of Us, his name's Ellis, and it's one of my favorite
Okay.
games. So that's where I took the last name from. The Die Hard, I took that shit from Eddie Edwards back when he was wrestling in Ring of Honor. I took that shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the thing in wrestling is that people are constantly either using other shit from other wrestlers. That's something I learned in my first month of being a wrestler. This is my first year, and May 13th will be my 2 years.
Mm,
Yeah.
incredible.
Oh man, it's very humbling.
And you still go to the a strong wrestling school, which used to go by UWE.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah. That's what I'm also excited for because I got the help with it. It's been a great project, really. Right now we got to redo the walls and just change the whole look and design, and it's gonna look so fucking amazing.
Okay. And do you think this new era of UWE is better than the old?
UWE's dead. I don't call it a new era of UWE.
Okay.
UWE's dead, and UWE's not coming back. This is brand new. This is a new school coming to upstate New York. This is gonna be, I don't want to say bigger, but this is for the better. I feel like it's gonna benefit the new students that come in. You know, it's just it needed to happen. It needed to happen for a long time. And this isn't a shot on the first owner. This is my own personal opinion.
Okay. And I saw you made a YouTube page. Are you going to be in charge of that?
I am not in charge of that. No.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just a student. That's that's all I am. That's all I want to be recognized as. Nothing less, nothing less, nothing more.
But one day you're looking to become a trainer, yeah?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I don't really see myself as a leader, and I don't see myself really as a trainer. A side coach, maybe. But I've only been doing this for a year. So right now that's not in my mind right now. What's in my mind right now is just going out, taking bookings, wrestling, and doing what I love to do.
I respect that. I respect that. You've also done work for Savage Anarchy Wrestling.
I did, yeah. I love Saw. Saw's become another home for me. They gave me my first start, and I've been there 6, 7, 8 times now. Um, they're great people there, and I love them to death. They become family. I've held one of their tag belts.
Oh,
Yeah. Um, Technically, I'm not gonna say I won it. It was more handed to me by I never tagged with them, but I'll just a former tag partner. I was in a trio, well, a faction. We were called the Wayward. It was me, my two mentors, Flip Ribs and Dante Dio.
okay.
And they were tagging way before I even started training. When I first met them, they they quickly humbled me because when I first started training, I won't lie to you, I thought I knew it all and that I already knew what I knew everything that I was gonna do. They humbled me real quick, really quickly, and that's when I realized that there's more to this business than I thought there was. And when and when UWE closed down for the second time, they took me under their wing and they took me to different promotions where I shook hands with promoters and bookers and owners. That's how I met Saw.
Okay.
Um, then those two went their separate ways, and they were still the tag champs up until I want to say September of 2025. Um, I met with Flip. He gave me his half, and I continued tagging with Dante, and we only had 2 matches, and then he respectfully bowed out.
Okay. So your die-hard persona, is this like something you've always gone by since you started?
Starting last year, yes.
Okay.
My first I'm not gonna go into my first gimmick, but I fucking hated it. It it wasn't something I would want to do, and
Okay.
I just didn't like it. And then when we started up again, my now trainer Johan Nara, and he's a great guy, cool dude, and I love learning from him. Um, he pulled me aside and he asked me what it was. I told him, and he said, "We're not gonna do that. We're gonna go by, your name." So I had to come up with, Hunter Ellis, the diehard nickname, and it took me a while to figure that out. I don't know why it didn't come to me that easy as it did. Because for so long back at that school when we were doing tapings, um, I was just referred as Hunter from Hamilton, New York.
Okay. Welcome, West Rim. Welcome, sir. How do you prepare for a matchup, whether it be a big one or like just like a regular contest?
If I'm with my boys, Bobby, Anthony, Ryan, before my match, I will literally be right behind the curtain and I'll wet down my hair and we have a we just talk like motivation shit. Because that's what I need to hear. I need to not only just motivate myself, but I need to hear it. So when I walk out, I can be as explosive as I can be. Um, some people I've seen them. They'll either pray or they'll do what Anthony does, and that's squats, exercise, whatever the fuck it is. Me, I just need that extra motivation, and then I can just run out. Get the crowd to look at me. And just do what I gotta do.
What's your take on the current state of wrestling?
Ooh. Um. mm, I don't hate it, but I don't like it.
Okay.
With the WWE, so I'm just gonna name just a couple
Okay.
of random promotions. WWE, I feel like they're more into gimmicky esque storylines. Like there was a few storylines that I feel like don't need a gimmick. Like a few of the storylines that they did with Drew, like Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, Roman, Seth, and Punk, um, the John Cena farewell tour. I loved all of that. I loved all of that.
Okay.
But some of those storylines that they have now just fall flat, and I don't like it. AEW, that's indie wrestling on TV, especially when they're doing the whole fucking needle glass spots. It's not my thing. That's not my thing.
Yeah.
Um. So right now, what I'm watching New Japan. I'll watch AAA, even though WWE fucking owns it. But I'll watch a lot of old shit from New Japan and a couple favorite wrestlers I have: Mitsuharu Misawa, Hayabusa, fucking Yoshihiro Tajiri, Muda. I love I love all of them.
Okay. Great choices. Great choices. How do you think your style fits into the places you perform?
I don't think it fits, and that's what I like about it. Because with me, I'm doing high risk shit. I'm flying. I'm doing my strong strikes. I like to be different from everyone else, and that's not a shot on everybody. It's just I like to have my own unique style. I want to look like something no one's ever seen before. I don't keep using the same move set. I always find a way to change it up a bit. Whether it's a new reversal, a new counter, a new move, new aerial offense, new aerial that's just me. Um, there's only a few moves I will keep doing that I won't switch. My whisper in the wind, uh, my finish, and that's just like about it. Like that's all really the only things I won't change. I'll just keep practicing new shit, and then once I get good at that, I'm gonna use it.
Understood. Welcome, Frankie Stomper, and welcome, Reynold Preveal. Now, being called a daredevil from what Frankie has told me, and he told me about the story about you doing a whisper in the wind when you were drunk. When it comes to being diehard daredevil, and you also did something off a car in UWE, is that correct?
Yeah, no, I did. So we were told at the end of the taping we were all gonna have this big ass brawl. I'm like, okay. I wasn't even planning on it. We got told the car was off limits. What ended up
Okay.
happening was, and if you can go back and watch it, it's on the UWE finale. Um, it starts off in the building, and then it works itself outside the building, and we're using a drone to film it all. So we all eventually get outside. I see my friend, my fucking best friend Bobby Bates. He's laid up on the hood of a Chevy Equinox, and I'm pretty sure he's fighting with Anthony. So I'm like, I get in my head, I'm like, oh, well, fuck it. This Chevy's, you can do it. So for no reason, and it's just out of instinct, I got on top of the hood of it. I locked eyes with Anthony, and I fucking did a front flip. And from what it's gonna look like on video, it looks like I bounced off Anthony onto the
Okay.
rocks. But he did
Kind of like an
grasp
assist?
somewhat, yeah, yeah. Like he's like this when he sees me already going into the flip, but it's just gonna look like I bounce off him and I go face first into the fucking rocks.
Oh,
That no, it didn't hurt. That did not hurt. No. And it ain't the first reckless thing I've done technically. I've done two. The first
okay.
the first thing I did was back when I was traveling with Flip and Dante. We were heading to East Haven, Connecticut, and it was me, Bobby, Dante, Flip, and a guy named Chris. We're heading over to PAPW, and after the show, they need to get a promo done, and they've always come to me when it comes to promos and shit. Uh, so we filmed at least two, and they didn't like it. This is what I said, because we're by a loading dock. It's like 5 feet off the ground. I said, Dante, how'd you feel about kicking me off the loading dock? He questioned it. He's like, are you sure you want to take that kind of bump? I go, I mean, it's going to make you guys look really fucking good. So, yeah. So we restart the whole thing. Boom, boom, boom. Takes me to the loading dock. Flip starts talking. Dante starts talking. Dante says, stay out of Dogtown or some shit. Gets a running start, boots me right in the head, and I fucking throw myself off that loading dock. Sucked ass. Hurt completely. I fucked my whole hip and knee up for at least 2 weeks.
Wow.
Hated. Yeah, I fucking hated it. And I think this is in fucking November too. So it's fucking rainy and I'm fucking cold. Um, this next story happened pretty recently. It's me, and again, it's me, Bobby, Ryan, and Anthony. We're in Ohio for Saw. It's the end of the show. We already had this planned for a month. Bobby and I, but I go over to Bobby, and he's like, "You ready?" I'm like, "Man, fuck it, I'm ready." Beats my ass in front of fucking everyone that was leaving, just before they were leaving. Now there's a flight of, I don't call it a flight of stairs, but there's a set of stairs. There's like 10 steps, maybe 8. And this time he didn't want to do it to me because I'm a nice guy, and he said and he told me how bad he'd feel. I just don't fucking do it. He kicked me down the steps.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that sucked.
Ooh.
Yeah, kicks me down the fucking stairs, picks me up, fucking takes me out in the back. And with me, I start listening upstairs. I can hear the people rambling. The the owner's husband, his name's Ed. He came downstairs and he looks at me and goes, "I heard you took a tumble down the stairs." I go, "I did. It fucking sucked." Um, because someone went to him and said, "Hey, your New York guys, they're fighting each other. They're fighting downstairs. It's bad." He believed it until he saw the camera. So what happened was when I came back upstairs, I sold the fuck out of it. And the people that were there, they bought it. They legitimately thought he fucking murdered me. Yeah.
Wow.
That's gold. To me, that is capturing fucking gold.
Yeah.
So as he comes upstairs, Bobby's a heel, by the way. He's a bad guy.
Yeah, yeah.
He traumatized. There was a fucking 5-year-old girl, and she was traumatized. She did not want to be near him. She was scared shitless, and that's what we wanted. I wanted Bobby need with me. This was going to establish Bobby as a heel, and it worked. This was my idea, and it fucking worked. It established me as, people feeling bad for me and giving me sympathy and helped me up the fucking stairs into the locker room. With Bobby, they did not want to be near Bobby. They were scared of Bobby. And that's what I wanted. It worked so fucking well.
You wanted that genuine emotion.
Yes, I that's what I love about wrestling. I love pulling that from people. That's why I feel like I connect with the audience, is that I can pull raw emotion out, and I feel that's a great way to establish yourself as a professional wrestler, in 2026.
Good job to you, sir. Very good. Congratulations. And your buddy Frankie just said, safest worker ever I am. Ha ha ha. And we almost really did fight at the end. Love my boys.
Yeah, we're not gonna fucking talk about that, Frankie. I'm not involved in that shit.
Guessing this was something that should not be said on these platforms.
No.
uh,
I am making I'm making my debut at another company called Ground Zero here in upstate New York.
Yeah, he's with that Ground Zero Frankie.
Yep, it'll be my first actual wrestling match within my own state. Fuck.
Well, congratulations. I can't wait to see. Will this be live, like on YouTube, or?
The match will be put on YouTube, yeah.
Frankie said tell them about New Cummington.
All right, fuck you. Long story short, we were making our way to Ohio. We were all booked. I fucking put in the wrong thing on my map while the other guy had it right in his map. And we went with mine because we thought it was closer. And we went all the way to New Cunningham, which was 2 fucking hours away from where we needed to be. You happy, Frankie? You fucking asshole. I'm sorry for swearing so much.
No, you can. I've not been canceled yet, so you can cuss on here as you want, as you please.
Thank you, Frankie. You're a dick. Oh, motherfucker, just you wait.
He's dying of laughter right now. All I see are the laughing emojis.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna be fucking laughing too when I tell him about that fucking video, you son of a bitch.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, his friend tried to offer me to watch a video. He's like, no, 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 no,
Yeah, I got the video too,
no.
Frankie. That shit is funny. Oh.
Now, you told me about some moves that you like to do. Is there any more that you love to have that you like maybe want to try or maybe you're working on secretly?
Yeah, my moonsault. Um, that's something I've been wanting to work on. Um, being able to do a springboard from the middle rope is something I've been also practicing on doing. Because I, for some reason, I cannot jump that high. I can only, like, if I'm doing a springboard, I gotta do it from the bottom rope. But I also like doing it from the bottom rope because you rarely ever see that with someone. They're always doing it from the middle, or say sometimes do it from the all to the top. I do it from the bottom rope. I still get enough air, and I can twist and turn and whatever I got to do. Um, when it comes to moves I want to do, it's if whatever I'm learning in class, or if I'm tape studying. Like if I want to do like a fucking Oz cutter, Will Ospreay's cutter, I'm like, yeah, I want to do that, so I'll start doing it more in practice in classes. Um, and then if it looks good and it's perfected, then I'm gonna end up doing it at a booking. There is an arm drag that I've been working on, where
Ooh.
I'll have you by the hand. Let's say I chop you. I go from the middle. I go to the top, and I tight rope the top rope. I drop down in the middle. I jump back up on the top. I pause. I jump, and I arm drag you.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll send you the
So,
video.
okay, I would love that. So you try to do stuff differently all the time. Like you're like, okay, people do it here, here, but I'm gonna do it from here.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean by I change up every time I'm out booking, whether it's a clothesline, a drop kick, arm drag. I always try to do different than what I did last time or what other people are doing. Um, I want to call it unique, but I feel like people have done it before. And I just want to say this: the first thing I ever learned in wrestling, lineage matters. With I know Frankie said, uh, most important thing or what he learned was shut the fuck up. That too, that too. But with me, it's lineage. Lineage matters, and lineage is what is most important with professional wrestlers in pro wrestling.
Lineage, you mean like how you're remembered per se?
Remember, like who you were trained by and who they were trained by, because you're
Oh,
taking up the not like my first coach or coach trainer. His name was Ronald Rivera, Ronnie Ridge, Soldier of God. Um, he was I can't remember who the fuck he was trained by now. Um, but basically, whoever he was trained by, I'm knowing their knowledge too through Ronnie.
okay.
That's basically what I mean by lineage matters.
Yeah.
Like I've learned from a lot of people, like Eating Gray, my another good friend of mine. Um, she's helped me too with wrestling before I got my first booking. Um, I went out on the road with her to Brooklyn with my buddy Flip. She was trained by Colin Delaney.
Oh,
Colin
wow.
Delaney, yep, used to wrestle for WWE, wrestled
Mhm.
for AEW, trained by Tommy Dreamer. I learned from her. Like she she dropped knowledge on me and taught me a few things that I picked up and that I use. that she learned from Colin, that Colin learned from Tommy. Furthers my point to how important lineage is and how lineage matters. And I cannot wait to meet Mr. Delaney and just pick his brain. We've been dying to meet each other. He's seen some things of me. I've seen, I obviously know of him, and I've been wanting to pick his brain for a while now, since 2020. Yeah, since 2025, since last year. I've been wanting to meet him and pick his brain. I just haven't had the opportunity to do so. And with me getting this booking at Ground Zero, I hope to God he's there. And I just really want to talk to him. And just pick his brain and meet him.
So you guys have been in contact, basically.
No, I've never
No.
been in contact with Colin. Eden
Oh.
sent him videos of me training.
Oh. Okay.
He likes me. He likes what I'm doing. And I was telling him, he wants to meet you and, all this other shit. And she was right. I do. I do. And I still do. And I hope he's there February the 8th. So that I could just pick his brain.
That's incredible. And Frankie says Colin is amazing.
Yeah, I bet he is. I really.
How do you handle the physical toll that wrestling puts on your body? With it just being a year of your career, how do you handle the physical toll?
Oh, it sucks. Tylenol, ibuprofen, ice packs, ice baths, stretching. I'm always doing that usually before a match too. Is I'll stretch and make sure my limbs are all good and before I go out there. Because I realized if I don't stretch, if anyone doesn't stretch before they go out and wrestle, they're 10 times more sore than they would be. With me, I'm like 5 times sore now that I start stretching. But when I come back, depending on what I did that night, if I took a dive and I missed and I hit the floor, or if I took a nasty bump, it's Tylenol, ibuprofen. I ain't drinking that night. Cold water, ice bath, cold shower, ice pack, sleep, rest, repeat.
Okay. How do you handle, I don't know if you've had any with your year being in just a year, how do you handle injuries?
Oh, well, I've been concussed, so that was, yeah. um, how do I handle injuries? Same thing. Ice bath, depending on depending on the injury. When I got my concussion, my first time wrestling, it was at a taping. I was working with another student named Chris. We had a spot planned where he was going to crotch me on the top turnbuckle. What he did was he hits the bottom rope. I go to crotch, but my feet get caught on the top rope, and I end up basically nose diving into the fucking mat.
Ooh.
Yeah. I also did like 3 matches that night too, and I got dropped on my head countless times. And after the tape, I went to the hospital, and they told me, yeah, you got a concussion, and you probably would need a week, maybe if it's if you're having symptoms, another week, that kind of shit. I rest, um, cold water, Tylenol, cold shower, ice bath, same thing. It's what I do. I don't really do much besides that.
Okay. Welcome, Amy King.
That's
Welcome.
my aunt. That's my aunt.
Oh, hi.
Hmm.
Now, this is a question I asked Mr. Frankie yesterday that he was not able to answer right away, but then we eventually got to it. But, Kate, if you want to come back to this one, you're welcome to. What's a misconception people have about you?
That I'm not serious. Sometimes because I like to love you too, Amy. Sometimes, um, sometimes I like to be funny. I like to. That's you like to. I like to correct jokes, make people laugh, make them have a good time, and you know that kind of shit. But with that, I feel like it also backfires on me because when I am upset or when I don't feel like being in a laughing mood, I don't get taken seriously. So it's very hard for people to know when I'm being serious or not. And I've come to realize that.
So you like to have fun, but you also know when the time is not to have fun.
Yeah, yeah, I can read a room.
Okay.
That's yeah, like yeah, that's what I say. Like I'm down for a good time,
Yeah.
but it's also certain times that I don't feel like it, and you can't force it out of me. And when I am being serious, it's probably when I'm being an asshole. That's because I'm not being taken serious or I'm not being seriously enough, and it drives me up the fucking wall.
Understood. You have a pre-match like ritual.
I don't eat. I don't drink.
Hmm.
Yeah, no. Like, but if we're at the venue, depending on where I am on the card, if I'm the opener, I'm not gonna eat. I will not drink. I won't do nothing. Um, if I'm the co-main event, I'll fucking probably eat something light, drink very lightly, because I don't want to keep going. I can work to the bathroom. I want to watch the rest. I want to watch, the show and all that other shit. If after my match, oh god, I am all over the place. Especially when I'm in Ohio. I fucking love Ohio. I cannot stop talking about it. I love Ohio. They treat me so nice there, and they treat my boys so nice there too. Um, it's honestly Saw is a home for me, and I I can never say anything bad about Savage Anarchy. It's home. It's beautiful. I love it.
I'm happy to hear it. Welcome, Lourdes Jesus. How do you like playing a heel or a face?
I've never played a heel.
Okay.
Out of Yeah, no, seriously, I've never played as a heel ever. I've always been straight
Okay.
babyface. I've I would love to be a heel. I I've always tampered with being a bad guy. I've always thought of it, but I'm not fucking lying. Everywhere I've gone, I'm a babyface. And I'm like, all right, sweet. And I know, how to be that nice, cool. 'Cause that's who I am in real life. My gimmick is that I'm not a gimmick. That's just me. I don't have a gimmick. I'm who I say I am. What you see is what you get with Hunter Ellis. Hunter Ellis is Hunter Robert in real life, but I'm just with Hunter Ellis. I'm a nice guy 10 times more than I am as who I really am.
Yeah.
Um, that's like the best way I can really understand Hunter Ellis. Oh.
Respect that. Yes, it is you, Lulu. I called you by your real name because that's your real name, but I wasn't sure if you want me to call you Lulu as well. But yes, I know it's you, Lulu. um, Do this one. What do you like to do after a matchup, whether it be just like a regular matchup, a big matchup, whether you win or lose? What do you like to do after a matchup?
Uh, talk to my boys. I'm Yeah, no, I talk to my boys. That and I'm literally on my phone looking for texting promoters and taking bookings and looking at bookings and either trying to get a booking on my phone. Like really, right after the show, I'm fucking on my phone. But if I'm in Ohio, um, Ohio, I fucking we party. Especially if we're all having a good night, we fucking party hardy.
Party hardy, as they say.
Oh my god, yeah. That's where I did my drunk whisper in the wind that looked so beautiful. Problem is, no one took a fucking video of it, so I don't know what I did.
Do you think it gave you more because yesterday he said that you did it so cleanly, Frankie did. Do you think that you did it cleanly because you were drunk?
I guess I had more confidence. I don't know. I just got up to the top, and from what I've been told, and I just fucking did it, just for no reason. Just right on my back, no crash pad, just straight mat, just jumped, flipped, right on my back. Um, again, I don't know what they mean by I did it so perfectly. Like I feel like I do it perfect already, but I don't know because sometimes I'll grab the front of my ankles when I'm going in the air. I'll jump, I'll
Okay.
grab them before I do the fucking. No, I don't even do this. What I would do is
Yeah.
I just grab my ankles, and then I'm already flipping.
Okay. Maybe you just didn't grab the ankles up. Maybe you just did it like right at it. Be like, oh,
I don't know how I did it, but I did it perfectly, I guess, from what Anthony said. Fucking Mark. I love Anthony. I really I do. I love busting his balls.
you guys are brothers.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Me, him, Ryan, Bobby. You know, I can never say anything bad about them. They've become family to me so quick. I didn't think I'd develop this close of a bond or friendship with anyone outside UWE. You know, the whole bond thing started with me flipping Dante, and then they introduced me to Bobby, and me and Bobby just started bullshitting each other at tapings, and then I got to know him personally on a more deeper level, and he's become very close to me. He's one of my mentors. Um, he's become a mentor. Dante's a mentor. Flip's a mentor. You know, they all have took me under their wing, and I can never thank them enough for it, and I love them all dearly.
Understood. Lulu just said, being a heel is fun. You get to be a version of yourself that's hidden deep inside.
Yeah, I can really be an asshole to people. That's really what I want to be. That's really what I want to do. um, yeah, no, like I obviously know being a heel is 10 times funner than being a babyface, and that's what I want to do a little bit. But if I get told, "Hey, we need a babyface," I got no problem doing it. I can just be an asshole after the show. I'm okay with that.
But you're a person that also values emotion. So if you were to turn heel, you want that good reaction that will get
Oh
people to
yeah,
be like,
hell no. I'm gonna manipulate the shit out of you.
"Wow."
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, no. I I can see it, but I'm just waiting for someone to say, "Okay, turn heel." I'm like, "Oh, fucking thank you."
Maybe that day will come either this year or the next. I am happy to be a part, see it. I like to do research on the guys I interview and such, and I get to do more research after this on you and your boys, and I get to interview the Stompers on Wednesday and learn more. And this is a true privilege for me to even learn about y'all.
I like doing these Q&As and podcasts. I like answering questions. You know, it's I like dropping hints of knowledge and shit I do.
I'm glad you can. I'm glad you had the platform to do it.
Yeah.
What's something people probably don't know about you?
Um. Well, that's a good question. Um. I I have I have anxiety. I
Okay.
have depression. Um. Wrestling helps me with that. It copes. It's become an antidepressant. It's become an anxiety med I take. You know, with wrestling, because I no like my closest friends and family, they understand how much wrestling means to me and what it does for me. Wrestling has been more than that. It's wrestling's my whole life. Wrestling is the only thing I've ever known. Wrestling to me is the high school love that we've all had. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, Pro wrestling is the first love I've ever truly had that I feel has loved me back and that hasn't hurt me. Pro wrestling is it's everything I've ever wanted to do since I was born. Um, it's my first love. It's my first genuine love. And a lot of people say that the ring doesn't give it to you. I don't care what the ring thinks. It's how I feel and how I think and how I approach it.
That's it. That's it. Welcome, Alexander the Judge. How do you think you've pushed yourself to be better?
Self confidence. A lot of with wrestling and being a wrestler, you got to have a lot of self confidence in what you do and how you look. No matter if you're 6 foot tall with the fucking six pack, you know, or if you're 5'6" and you got a bit of a beer belly, which is me. It's just a lot about self confidence and how you perceive yourself and how you want other people to perceive you. With me, I don't give a fuck what people see me as. Really, I don't care if you like me or you hate me. I'm loved and hated by pretty much everybody. I don't care. With me, what you see is what you get, and I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm gonna be straightforward with you.
How do you think you've grown as a wrestler within this year?
I've been more maturity, more mature. I take wrestling very seriously. If you're not taking it seriously, then I have nothing to say to you. Um, Wrestling's not a joke to me. It it's like I said, it's everything to me. And if you're treating it like it's a joke, then I'm gonna treat you like you're a fucking joke. Um, Pro wrestling is so sacred to me. It's not funny to me. It's not. People they take football seriously, baseball seriously, fucking politics seriously. This is serious to me. Um, and I've matured with that with me believing in this and I'm preaching this to the new to the new guys we get into the school, and if I'm on the road or if I'm on another podcast, um, it's what I preach. and it's maybe more mature because I could just be goofing off and not taking this shit seriously.
You care for the love of wrestling. You don't want anybody to disrespect something you love. I get that.
Oh yeah, big time. If well, I hate when people, say, "Oh, well, wrestling's fake." I'm like, how the fuck would you know? Like, I gotten concussed. My original trainer, he's broken his neck. You know, countless wrestlers have passed away doing this shit. What the fuck do you mean? So this is what I say: get in the ring with me, and I will show you how real it is. I've been stiffed a couple times. I've stiffed a couple people, accidentally. But I've never had to be in a position where I've had to, you know, shoot on someone. Um, and I don't want to ever do that. Yeah, Anthony, them kicks though. Yeah, I know. I got no problem letting this
The
motherfucker
pics.
up with my kicks. But yeah, no. Like people call wrestling entertainment. It is. The way I can explain it, it's real life soap opera, but it's not fake to me.
Yeah.
It's it's predetermined. And, yeah, but why would you want to shit on someone else's, on what someone sees as entertainment? I like entertaining people. I like when I'm jumping off of the top rope, or I'm jumping out of the ring, or I'm doing something new, and I get the ooh and the ah, and the fucking, that kind of thing. If you're sitting there and you're just shitting on it because you don't like it because it's not real enough for you, well then why are you watching it?
Yeah.
Why are you paying a ticket to see it? Why are you sitting front row when fucking little Billy, the 5-year-old, wants to watch this shit and you just want to sit there and just be a complete Karen about it? Get in the ring and I'll kick you. Get in the ring and I'll slam you. Get in the ring and take a fucking whisper in the wind, swan time, whatever I got for you. And tell me after if you think it's fake. That's it. That's pretty much it.
Amen, brother. Amen. Like that's what I was trying to tell Anthony. Like you guys go out there, you guys bust your ass, and you guys are heroes to me. I don't watch any other type of like sport. I'm being honest when I say that. Like I don't watch any type of other sport. Like I only watch pro wrestling because pro wrestling I love. And you guys, like you're saying, you could get hurt or actually die. Look what happened to Dross. He literally got injured for life.
Right, that's a good example, and what I think Owen Hart, I'll think fucking La Parka. I'll think a
Yeah.
lot of these wrestlers that died in the ring, and they still will sit there and say, "Oh, well, it's fake." Bullshit. Bullshit. You don't see me going on an NFL field and telling them all these concussion shit, they're fake as hell, they're liars, and all this dumb shit. If you don't like it, just don't watch it. That's it. But you just gonna watch it to bitch and moan. That's that's where I'm gonna fucking hit you with a chair or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. Look what happened to John Stossel with David Schultz, right?
Oh my fucking god, I love it. Oh yes, I fucking love that one. That's my
Right.
favorite.
Slapped them both. You think it's fake? And he's like, he made it be like, he said, if something wrong, my mama would slap me. So that's what I did to John Stossel.
And by the way, the whole thing with that, John Stossel, he just acts it very disrespectfully. He
Yes.
didn't walk up and say, "Hey, how do you feel about people saying this is fake?" He went up straight to his face and go, "Yeah, I think this shit's fake.
Yeah.
You're gonna get
You're not
slapped.
wrong.
Like I will slap the shit out of you."
I hate John Stoss, so I'm glad freaking David Phillips did that to him. But sadly, David got blacklisted. But
Yeah, which is mind-boggling.
right, what's what makes you stay motivated in this wonderful wrestling business?
Um, obviously friends, family, but my love for wrestling. Wrestling has always been there for me. When I was in a bad place in my teenage years, I could put on a Monday or a Wednesday or a fucking Friday, and I could drown myself out, and then I could watch something I love, and that's gonna take that mess away from me, and I still do that. So my motivation is wrestling. Like I said, wrestling is everything to me. Um, I have no peace without wrestling. I have no love if it ain't for wrestling. Wrestling has given me back a lot of things a lot of emotions and feelings that I didn't have. That got taken away from me. My self confidence, my love for myself, love for others, love for the world. I can tell you countless times where I've came home and I was just, fuck the world, fuck everyone, and fuck myself. I hate me, that kind of shit. And if it wasn't for wrestling, I would still be in that place. If it wasn't for where I was training at, I wouldn't have gotten those. I wouldn't have gotten my self confidence back and my self love. Um, pro wrestling is it's everything to me. It's a job. It's my life. It's a dream. It's my whole heart. And without it, I honestly I can't tell you if I would be here or not.
Well, I'm glad you're doing what you're doing, and I can't wait to see you thrive even more, making it to 2 years.
Oh my fucking god, 2 years.
Hell, I'll still be watching you even when you make it to 10 years, brother.
Yeah, no, seriously though, I plan on going as far as I can till the wheels come off. Like unless like I lose both my legs or a fucking arm, I'm still gonna do it. I don't care if I'm like 80 years old. You'll still see me fucking climb to the top and hit a Asai moonsault to the outside.
Yeah. Frankie stated, "Man, I can name someone so hard right now, but I won't." I think he was talking about when we were talking about the wrestlers, the situation we were just talking about, how people will shit on the business, and he says, "I know wrestlers in this business that watch wrestling just to shit on it."
That makes no fucking sense. Like
Right?
why do something if you're just gonna shit on it? That's something it fucking hurts my brain.
Boggles me.
Um,
I get it.
yeah, no, like with me, I can shit on wrestlers that I don't like, yeah, but I can never shit on the business being a whole. Because if it wasn't for the business, I wouldn't fucking be here. I swear to God, I would not be here if it wasn't for wrestling. So when someone shits, pay attention, guys. You guys will see it right on your guys' face for 11 years. Yeah, well then, just fuck them.
Yeah. Now, you told me wrestling in general is your love, your first love. What is your favorite part about competing out there? Whether it's in front of a crowd, whether it's in front of a nobody. Like, what's your favorite part about that?
Everything, everything, everything's my favorite part. By the time if make it, I walk out the curtain. By the time I walk back into the curtain, favorite. Everything's about everything, all of it. Making connections, talking to people. You know, um, just everything's become my favorite part of it. I don't have a least, and I don't have a most. Everything I do.
I respect that. Have you had some memorable fan encounters that you could tell us about?
I've had a couple. Um, there's a girl. Her name's Nellie. She's she's a fucking huge fan of mine, and I've only been doing this for a year. She's only seen me wrestle at least 3 times. Um, and she'll come to see me and give me a hug and shit. And I love that I can make that kind of connection with people. Where if you only see me wrestle like 3 times in less than a year, and you already say I'm your favorite wrestler. Um, there were these 2 boys that came to the locker room, well, outside the locker room, and they wanted to see me. A wrestler told me, "Hey, Hunter, you got like 2 kids out there that want to see you." I go, okay. So I walk. I'm like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" And they go, "Hey, man, can we get your autograph?" I was like, "You want my autograph? Like, you want my autograph? Are you sure?" Because it's the first time I've ever actually had to do that. But I did it and shit, and I just got that. I got a feeling in my heart, and I was like, I'm so fucking happy to be doing this. And I didn't think that I would ever have anyone ask for an autograph or a picture or anything like that coming from me, because I've only been doing this for only a year. I've only wrestled in Ohio 3 times, 4 times.
That's incredible. That's incredible. Welcome, Tabitha Harper. Who has influenced your style and you in general?
Oh wow, okay. CM Punk, Jeff Hardy, Hayabusa, Tajiri, Muda, Sting, Vampiro. A lot of the grungy punk rock isk wrestlers. Um, you know, motivate me because in the year 2000, I listened to a lot of punk rock music. I still do. Blink 182, Sum 41, SR 71, the Misfits, Skillet, I love punk rock music, and that I basically made my real life look into wrestling, with the painted nails, the fucking piercings, tattoos. That's who
Okay.
that's who I idolize.
How does your personality help you in the ring?
Oh, yeah, I never thought of that. Again, my personality is this, what you see. It's just I'm
Okay.
happier. Like I'm more of a, I'm excited. I'm happy 10 times more. And that I like to get people fucking riled up and ready, and not necessarily to watch the greatest match they're ever gonna see, but see shit that they either have never seen before or something that they might not ever see again. That kind of deal. Because like I said, I'm switching moves constantly. I don't like keeping the same shit.
Respect that. Um, how's the traveling for pro wrestling when you travel?
Well, I don't drive yet.
No
Um,
judgment here. I don't drive either.
yeah, so traveling, I love the travel more than getting to the venue because I can, tell stories. I can talk. We can laugh. We can, conversate. Ohio is my three favorite places that I travel to: Marion, Ohio, Brooklyn, New York, Rhode Island. That's where I had most memorable car rides. Brooklyn being that because I was with my buddy Flip and Eden. It was my first time being with Eden on the road. I was going to originally Eden was booked for a show in Brooklyn. I was only going for a seminar. There was a guy there named Spiderfly. He wrestled for AAA and CMLL, and I was like, all right, fuck yeah, I really want to learn this kind of style of wrestling. Guy didn't show up. Ring didn't show up. The promoter, fucking dickhead.
Oh,
I can say that. He looked at me and my buddy Flip and said that we were too green to roll on turf. That's what we were going to do their show on, was, that fake grass shit over concrete.
yeah.
We laughed our asses off about it. And
Out there in the dead of night, no one's
and
there.
Eden said, nah, I'm not going to do that. And we all just went back home.
Walking.
It was memorable and it was fun. Rhode Island was fun and memorable. That's where I met Austin Aries, former WWE wrestler, former Ring of Honor champion, former TNA World Champion. I learned a lot from him, and I didn't even have to wrestle. I just sat there and I took notes. That was it. Ohio is because it's fun. It's a fun car ride there, and it's a fun one back. And we laugh and we talk and we break these memories and tell stories. And we can tell other people like how I'm telling you, Bobby makes it memorable. He makes it memorable all the time that we've ever been to Ohio.
I have not been to Ohio, but maybe one day I shall travel there. I'll take your advice.
Saw's a great place. You'd like it.
I did subscribe to them yesterday when I was learning about Frankie, and freaking I'm hoping to learn more as I watch more, and I can't wait to see the YouTube channel for Strike Strong Wrestling grow.
Again, if you want to watch episodes of UWE, I can send them your way. You can watch and tell me your intake, tell me your input, your opinion. With Strike Strong, I'm so excited for it. It's not necessarily my baby, but I'm helping out with it. I'm a part of helping with this project. I've painted the walls, redo the ring. I'm glad I get to be a part of this new project, and I want this to take off, and I want this to be not necessarily the place, but I want to be the place where people can come and train. That's not too far away. Here in upstate New York,
Yeah.
I can see this taking off. I can see this working, and I can see this being profitable. And I just cannot wait to start this. I can't wait to have our first taping. I'm excited.
I'm excited for it as well, and I hope you guys are doing it live on YouTube, and I shall watch more of UWE, and I shall watch more of Ground Zero, which is where you will be starting out soon as well, and I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, no, I don't think the tapings are going to be live. What we're doing, we're doing seasons, that kind of thing. I don't necessarily have a timeline of when they're going to be, when they're going to be dropped or when we're going to be starting with SSW. I'm hoping we can get this get tapings, start doing tapings again around spring, summer, that kind of deal. That's necessarily where my head's at, where my goal wants to be. But, you know, I'm not the owner. I'm not, you know, I'm just a student that's helping out. That's all I am.
Welcome, Joshua Thomas. Well, I can see you becoming more than just a student because with your 1 year's experience, I noticed on your profile picture, and you were telling me earlier you have like one half of the tag titles at a point in time. Was that the title you were referring to?
That is the title I was referring to. Yeah. I don't ever say I won that title. I say I was handed it because I didn't win it.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily upset about not winning it, but it's not how I would have wanted it.
Okay.
I never once put that around my waist. It never went around my waist. It was either, you know, around my neck or I held it. But that thing was, I couldn't put it around my waist because it felt like a disservice and I felt dishonest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We did lose those tag titles. And I'm not mad about it. Because that allowed me to start, you know, establishing myself with Saw. Because I was just thrown in there. People had no idea who I was. That's how I really pictured my first match I saw ever being, was me defending tag belts. I always, you know, thought I'd have a singles match, or, you know, I'd be thrown in a rumble or a tag, you know, that kind of thing.
Understood. What's the challenge you are facing right now? Welcome, Mr. O'Donnell.
Oh, I don't have a car or a license. That's a challenge. I trust me, if I could, I'd be going out to every other promotion, just shaking hands and introducing myself the way you should be doing it. So a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people. This is what pisses me off. Originally, I was never going to be put on the road with Flip and Dante with Saw. They were going to take someone else, and this person said, "Am I booked?" They said no, and then they said, "Well, why the fuck am I going? If I'm not booked, why am I going?" You're going to learn. You're going to introduce yourself. You're going the right way, the way I was taught. The way I was taught is, what, if you're not booked or whatever, you take the opportunity. You meet the promoter. You meet the owner. You shake their hands. Introduce yourself. You sit down, shut the fuck up, and watch the show. That's what I did. And I tell you how many times I wanted to fucking just get in that ring and just roll. But I couldn't. I had to wait. And that's what I did. I waited. I did it the right way. So when I hear people say, well, if I'm not booked, then I'm not fucking doing it, what's the point? You're going to learn. That's it. And that's what I did. I learned.
You're a student of the game, as they say.
I'm humble.
Humble.
I am humble.
What's a goal you're chasing?
Ooh. Become established. That's something I'm looking to do. I'm looking to be more than what people say I am. I'm always looking to be a better version of myself. I'm looking to help my school. I'm looking to get that, you know, put the roots in and have it grow. You know, obviously the goal for every wrestler, get signed. You know, get signed to a major company, to a major contract, a major deal. With me, I'm I'm looking to. I'd like to go to AEW. I'd like to go to NGPW, AAA. I want to wrestle outside my country. I know a guy named Trevor Terry. I'm pretty sure he trained at the dojo, or he wrestled at the dojo next to the Tokyo Dome. Jealous of that motherfucker. Jealous. But yeah, no, that's something I'm really pushing forward to.
Goal to have. How do you handle rivalry and feuds?
Depends if it makes sense or not. If the storyline doesn't make sense to me, I'll go with it. I'm not gonna like it, but I'll try and make it look presentable and good for the people. With wrestling, when I go to wrestle, the first thing I ask is, what story am I telling? What story do you want to tell? What are we gonna do? I've never had a rivalry, a feud, yeah, with in UWE with Chris. Like I said, I'll send you the matches, and you can watch for yourself, and
I'm gonna have fun doing that. I love watching through history. I love it.
Yeah, we all do, man. We all do. I mean, with me, I like wrestling the bigger, taller guys because of how short I am. Because I feel like I could tell an easy, better story, with a much taller, much girthier guy.
You know what they say? You're tiny but mighty. Now, you told us about how you're going to start the work for Ground Zero. What else is next for you? Is there somewhere else possibly that you're working towards? Like, you told us about places you wanted to go, but is there somewhere else that you're going to be going now that we could catch you at?
As of right now, no. Again, I've only been doing this for a year. I'm still learning. I'm still a fucking baby. I just learned how to crawl, and eventually I'm going to learn how to walk, and I'm going to learn how to run. There is a place here in New York that I really want to work at, and that's a place called Dynasty. It's where most of my friends work, wrestle at. And I've heard nothing but good things. I went to a Dynasty show, met the promoter, Mr. Envy. Great guy, great promotion. I love it there. But I'm not against working, with other places like Immortal. That's also here in New York. It's just I will take whatever I can get. That's pretty much it. My heart is set at Dynasty. That's where I want to go. But I also know, if I were to get a message from King and Immortal, I'd take it.
I respect that. And yesterday, Frankie was telling me about Dynasty, how he's also going to be going up there at some point. So maybe you guys will be having another interaction.
I would love to fucking work with Frankie. I love Frankie to death, and one of my goals is to work with a lot of the guys that I've always wanted to work with. Frankie being one of them, Bobby being another. He's not necessarily wrestling right now, but my best friend Flip. There's just a lot of guys I want to work with, and I hope one day I'll get that opportunity. I really do.
I hope you do as well. I think it will be incredible. Welcome, Bloodstone. And we have made it to my final question. How do you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered as someone who came from nothing and made himself into something. I'm not the first wrestler to come out of upstate New York and be fucking, you know, the best wrestler in the world. You know what I mean? I want to be the best. I feel like if you're in this business, if you're in professional wrestling and you're not aiming to be the best, you're in the wrong fucking business. Professional wrestling, to me, is all about being the best. And, you know, when I first came to UWE, my mindset, I'm gonna outshine these motherfuckers. I won't lie, I was an arrogant prick. I never showed it, but in my head, that's where I was at, and I was humbled. It's not so much as outworking everybody; it's proving why you're the number one guy, why you're the top dog, why, you know, you're the best. You know, that's pretty much it with me. You know, I want to use that whole thing. You know, I'm the best, you know, student that's ever come out of SSW or the best student that's ever come out of UWE. People take that as arrogance. People can perceive it as, oh, this kid's a fucking asshole, calling himself the best when he hasn't done shit for a year. It's just, you know, it's not necessarily set in stone, and it's not. I'm not saying, oh, it's proven that I'm the best. You know, it's where you want to be. It's what you want to be. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going out, like, you know, you see Tom Brady, you know, greatest football player, quarterback of all time, you know. LeBron James, greatest basketball player of all time. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to be down in wrestling as one of the greatest of all time, whether it's the Indies or if it's AEW, WWE. I just want people to see that I was born from nothing, and I made myself into something, into a somebody. That's it.
I respect that. Well, Mr. Hunter Ellis, this has been a true honor for me. That was my last question, and you're always welcome on here. And I'm gonna go do more research on. I'm gonna watch more of UWE. I'm gonna watch more of Ground Zero. I can't wait to watch more of Savage Anarchy, and I'm also excited to see that YouTube page for SSW get started up.
Yeah, no, dude, I'll send you the YouTube channel. You subscribe to it. I'll send you UWE, you know, the UWE episode. Sorry, UWE episodes, and you can sit back, relax, and watch it.
I'm honored. I'm honored. I do hope you have a great rest of your. It's still day over there, right?
Oh yeah, no, it's like almost 1:30. I'm gonna take a nap.
Well, you enjoy that nap, and you have a great rest of your day, sir.
Yeah, you too, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Hunter Ellis. Go check out his work if you haven't. I hope everybody has a great day, good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever y'all may be. Peace out.